Hi, it's Deanna from Futures Past, and today I'm going to show you an antique German porcelain bowl, probably circa 1905 to 1908. And at the time, portrait porcelain, like portraits painted on porcelain, were very popular. And this one has none other than the image of Evelyn Nesbit, who was the famous it girl of her time, and what was known as the first supermodel. She pretty much had a scandalous life. She was a poor girl, and her mom was trying to make a living because the father had died young, and got a job at a department store in New York City, because they moved from Philadelphia, I believe, to New York City because she was unable to earn a living there, and had her daughter work along with her. And she was underage, and the mom lied about her age just so she can get a job there. So she was in reality 14 years old, but they lied and said she was 16. And a lady artist who was shopping in the store found her and thought she was gorgeous and asked if she would pose for her. And Evelyn realized that day that for a few hours work she could make a lot of money. And all of a sudden she was like a sensation, and all the artists and photographers of the day wanted to take her picture or paint her picture. And unfortunately it attracted nefarious characters, one man being Stanford White, who was a prominent and famous architect of the time, who was a multimillionaire. And the story goes is that he lured her into his house, and the mother actually took a blind eye to this because he was paying for their lodging and lavish lifestyle. And he drugged her, and while she was out cold, he raped her and took her virginity while she was sleeping. And then another gentleman who was equally nefarious, Harry Thor, I think his name was Harry Thor, fell in love with her and stalked her and was obsessed with her, and found out that Stanford White raped her basically, and flipped out, and he was obsessed with Stanford White because he hated him. They were like, they just did not get along, and Stanford White was like an elitist and laughed at Harry Thor because he was odd and wouldn't let him in the same social circles. So Thor hated him and was obsessed with him, and ended up killing Stanford White at Madison Square Garden on the rooftop garden by shooting him point blank in the head. And it was a sensation, and everybody wanted to see what this girl had that caused a man to kill another man over her. So yeah, so I thought this was interesting. It's a lovely portrait of her. Nice porcelain, and it's marked on the back. So Evelyn Nesbit's photo basically was everywhere at the time, on calendars, in all the newspapers, the magazines, paintings, photographs. She was everywhere. Her face was known all around the world, and she was considered like one of the most beautiful girls of her time. And men did very bad things just to get her attentions. So I thought you would find this interesting. If you like what you see, hit the thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks for watching.